Do the new 4-layer tandem OLED panels used in the 2025 LG and Panasonic TVs catch up to the QD-OLED reference panels used by Samsung and Sony? Spoiler, it does not. But does that mean QD-OLED TVs are going to be better TVs? Spoiler again, it does not. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, I'm Dippin with CE Critic, and in this video I'm going to dive into the two main OLED technologies everyone is talking about in 2025. QD-OLED or Tandem OLED, sometimes referred to as RGB Tandem OLED. So I started this video with a pretty bold statement saying that the new Tandem OLED panels that LG and Panasonic are using in their 2025 TVs still fall a little short. Now specifically it's because of the BT 2020 color spectrum when you compare it to the QD OLED panels used by Samsung and Sony. So why do I say this? Well, it's purely the numbers, specifically when you look at the BT 2020 color spectrum. Now, if you're new to the BT 2020 color spectrum, it has become the standard used by the industry for how well can a TV or panel reproduce color and how accurately. It features a very wide color space, which is really important for HDR and Dolby Vision content. The BT 2020 color spectrum standard is capable of showing a significantly broader range of colors than older standards like Rec 709. Now, when we look at the two main OLED panel technologies, which are QD-OLED and WOLED, or sometimes called WOLED, you can see QD-OLED covers about 90% of the color spectrum available on the BT 2020 standard, whereas WOLED only covers about 70 to 75% of the BT 2020 color spectrum. This is why Sony can skip a year launching a new OLED TV and still have their A95 OLED as one of the best TVs on the market, and it holds a 97% CE Critic score and it's stayed very high since its launch. Now, the new Tandem OLED panels from LG are still based on WOLED technology, but you get more color spectrum and brightness. And the way LG did this is by adding an additional layer, making it 4 layers instead of the standard 3 layers on WOLED panels. Now, to clear up some confusion I saw on the forums, MLA, which stands for Micro Lens Array, is a technology LG has been boasting about for a few years, but it only really deals with the brightness of the TV, not the color spectrum. So LG came out with RGB Tandem OLED panels to increase the color spectrum. The Tandem OLED panels now cover about 80% of the BT 2020 color spectrum. You can see here in Phil Hinton's review of the LG G5 on AV forums that it's about 80%, and the LG G5 is measuring slightly on the red side. So on paper, QD OLED panels still remain on top when it comes to the BT 2020 color spectrum. But there's a lot more to TVs than just the panel quality. You have to look at the image processing, contrast, brightness, HDR tone mapping, and gaming features like VRR, and many more factors that go into making the image on your screen look bright, crisp, and vivid. For example, Phil at AV Forums along with Vincent from HD TV Test have found some issues on the black levels on their G5 review units, where the black levels are being elevated in some content. LG has since fixed the issue with a firmware update, but these are the type of things you'll need to consider when buying a new TV. We always recommend buying the TV that's available on the market today, not based off of promised features or updates that might come down the line. Now, my bold prediction for 2025 is that the new Sony Bravia 8 II, which is their A95 replacement, is probably going to be the best OLED TV on the market, based off of using the QD OLED panels for its color and brightness and Sony's processing abilities. Now, coming off the launch, the biggest criticism the Bravia 8 II is receiving is based on the availability of a 55 and 65 inch only. Sony isn't releasing a larger version of the Bravia 8 II in the foreseeable future. Next, I think Samsung's S95F is going to end up being in second place and LG's G5 in a very close third place. At the time of recording this video, the LG G5 has a 93% CE Critic score, and the Samsung S95F has a 95% CE Critic score. Many reviewers and publications have not gotten their review samples or released any reviews for these TVs just yet, but I expect by May or June we can see where these reviews land and what the final CE Critic score for the year is going to be. Thanks for watching everyone, and leave your comments below. Which 2025 OLED TV are you most interested in getting? Who do you think will have the highest CE Critic score this year once all the reviews are out? If you have any specific questions you need answers in your setup, join us Fridays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I host a 30-minute live stream to answer any specific questions you might have. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more news on home theater and 2-channel audio reviews and tech deep dives. Catch you in the next one.